guys, welcome to Gusto Reactions. Once again, thank you so much for liking and sharing, subscribing, telling your friends about what we do right here at Gusto TV. We love you and we appreciate every one of you. Lala is right here, and I don't think Lala has rated JoeBoy's somewhere between Love and Magic,
SBBM.
Beauty and Magic. Yes, I don't think you've rated the album by JoeBoy before now.
Right, you almost rated the album.
I mean, it's months, like a month or two after now, and I'm sure you must have listened and everything.
I think I actually did that. Was I not? I think I was one who did the what's it called?
What did
Yes.
you rate it at that time?
I think I gave it a 6.5 or there about
6.5 over 10. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a normal rate and everything.
Yeah, but the album was decent. I just read more publicity could have gone into. I know we know publicity in Nigeria these days. Sometimes you just have to pay your way through and get what you need to get those things out there.
Yeah.
Don't expect people to just go out of the way and review and do all those things. But then it's a very good album, and 6.5 is not a bad score.
We've got Oxlade, Fireboy, JoeBoy, Melashmoda, Omale, and all of that. How well will you rate, a JoeBoy's journey, from the University of Lagos down to Empawa? So far, how well will you rate his journey so far?
It's been dope. It's been dope for him. Empawa has been short of a good thing. Incredible thing for him, because someone who was virtually unknown, still in school, Unilag. I mean, applied, got picked for Empawa. I mean, for them to actually see that this guy is really talented, and then they expensed a lot of money to push in his craft. And right now, everyone knows him as one of the good young acts in the game, under the tutelage of no other than Mr. Eazi.
Mr. Eazi.
And I mean, you can't learn about the music business better anywhere else than from Mr. Eazi. So
okay, talking about the business of music, Mr. Eazi, of course, has done really well with Empawa. He's done, there's this other guy, J. Derobi from Ghana as well. A couple of other, artists that is trying to support with video shoot here and there and everything, doing really well. But JoeBoy seems to be like the flagship artist, for Empawa. What made you think, Mr. Eazi? What made you? What do you think has made Mr. Eazi put all his money, on all his ego, basically, on JoeBoy?
Well, you know what they did now. They had to consider a lot of artists, right, for Empawa, and people sending their content and they get picked. Obviously, they saw what JoeBoy had to bring to the table. I mean, for them, obviously you can't really have everybody and say you want to push them equally. There must be that one standout artist that you feel, this guy get them, but let's push more for him. And they did, and the guy had a massive run when he had those sweet love songs, My Baby and things like that. And up till he got to his album. Even on his album, they even used him to push several industries, like the poker studios industry, of doing all these animated visualizers and things like that. So they used him, and he was his videos or his visualizers was how will I put it, is it the IP? Not the IP. There's something they call it. Is the formula that people look at.
The SI unit.
The SI unit. That's what I'm saying. The SI unit to what a visualizer should look like. And he also suffered it because his videos could not match up to his visualizers. And that, it's good that he started. It was part of something that was new, that trended, and it's still trending.
We could talk about JoeBoy, right here in the, very short space of time that he's had. JoeBoy, for all, as far as I can remember, also started the whole, Indomie music, doing everybody started doing it.
You think Mr. Eazi didn't start that as well?
Well, JoeBoy kind of standardized it with all his
Indomie
songs.
music.
You understand? Indomie music. JoeBoy, like you said, visualizer as well. JoeBoy came up with one of the biggest hits, at a particular time with Baby. People were like, what exactly is this
guy
hell of a song? What kind of song is this? And then the beginning was there as well, and beginning to fall in love and everything. And a couple of other songs, JoeBoy, we can say, has really done a whole lot, for himself, for the industry as well. And the album, after the EP, we've got the album. You were disappointed with that particular EP because it had like 3 release songs.
I don't think I was the only one, because it looked like they wanted to just play on our feelings a bit. He had released 3 of those songs before, and then he just added 2.5 songs. One was a remix and 2 new songs. That was, for them, it made business sense. They just wanted to put something out there that it made so amount of streams. But then I don't think he particularly backfired, or maybe it did or it didn't. it was disappointing, but he's moved on from it and he's delivered this album.
Somewhere between Beauty and Magic, and you know, a couple of songs off there are really doing well. Focus doing very well.
That was instant hit from the instant hit.
You know, as well. Door, produced by Tempo. He did the remix or a remake with you know, Kwesi Author.
Yes,
and the video
as a
is
single.
out right now. JoeBoy is we can say that guy. Nigerians love him. He's been able to get a couple of fans and everything. But there's one thing on the album artwork on his hand as well. Young Legend has been pushing that, and fans are beginning to think just maybe it is time for him to leave Empawa.
Well, I'm pretty sure these guys have contract, right? And the contract is stated for a certain number of years and certain conditions. Maybe perhaps the contract has 2 projects. I mean, for a duration of years, and perhaps that's what's playing out. And then they also get the option of negotiating the contracts. And there's always the option of you want to start something new. Okay, fine, you can do that. Maybe you can be a sub-label under Empawa and things like that. It's possible. Right now, I don't think he has the capability to run a label by himself. He's still going to need the guidance of the guys at Empawa and Banku Music. So Young Legend doesn't sound like a nice name for a label to me. It sounds like more of a name of a project, but the fact that he has etched it on his skin makes it look like maybe it's something permanent. But I don't think it's a nice label name, if you ask me.
Would it be a good idea for him to leave at this time?
No, it won't be. It will be a bad idea if he decides to leave at this time. He's still young, still learning the ropes. I know Mr. Eazi has taught him a lot, which is fine. But then again, he's still has a lot to learn, still has a long way to go in the industry. He's just past one stage, and I think he's just 2 years in or thereabouts. He's 2 years in.
2019. Yeah,
2 years in the industry. You've not learned enough. He's right now. It's going to be more good for him to be under some sort of structure, which Empawa and Banku Music represents right now.
Okay. Finally, before we go, Mr. Eazi, looking at how he has handled his artists so far and everything, don't you think, you know, it is time, just like Olamide will say, I give my artist 2 years and they can leave and everything.
Yeah.
Do you think Mr. Eazi should, you know, maybe let him be if he wants to be and focus on another artist?
Well, there has to be another artist in the picture. I mean, Empawa, Banku Music, JoeBoy is almost playing out. There has to be something new. They've tried something with this guy from the north, Namenge, that hasn't really played out. And even the guy in Ghana, they've tried their bit for him. I'm pretty sure. JoeBoy. So somebody else, something new has come into the picture. They've used this Empawa thing to sort of funnel artists, right? Funnel and get leads of all these kind of artists and things like that. That's what they've tried to do. I don't think they've seen new artists that matches JoeBoy's talent, and I'm pretty sure they're still on the lookout.
That's why they're still probably sticking, you know, with JoeBoy.
Yes.
Okay, so do you think a partnership is going to work, or that's not what they need at this point? Young Legend and Empawa. Yeah,
you can do a partnership the same way. They can run a sort of structure the same way Jones in World and Maven run. I mean, his Young Legend could be a sub of Banku Music. I think Empawa is just a different thing entirely on its own, but then it can be a sort of Banku Music, which still makes sense. You're still running under the structure created by Banku Music, which is not a bad thing. But if he's totally living, like in the case of a Lil Kesh, or like in the case of a Ricardo Banks, he's making the wrong jump and the wrong move at this very moment.
At this very moment, guys, that's all we have to say. There you have it. JoeBoy, Young Legend, doing his thing right now. Of course, the album somewhere between Beauty and Magic is doing really, really well. But of course, guys, I've been asking, is JoeBoy about to leave Mr. Eazi? Is JoeBoy about to leave Banku Music and Empawa? Would it be the right move? We've came here, and of course, we brought Lala here to say, Omo, it is a wrong move. What do you think? Let's have your thoughts in the comment section below. Would JoeBoy be right? Would it be a good move or a bad move for him to leave at this point, or a partnership is the right way to go? Put in down below. I'll be right here to reply to every one of you. Thank you so much for liking and sharing, subscribing. We'll see you on the next one. It's been Gusto Reactions.